Well, let's turn now to another man who's aiming to lift our spirits. Sean is in the Sunday Morning Live garden with a man who, yes, was voted one of the 100 happiest in the UK.
Thanks, Holly. I'm with Danny Bent, who's an award-winning journalist and author. He's also a Guinness World Record holder and a celebrated adventurer. And he thinks the key to happiness is taking yourself out of your comfort zone. Well, Danny, taking yourself out of your comfort zone like being on a pogo stick. What's the significance?
Well, I pogoed across Togo. It's one of the most recent adventures I did. People think that adventuring is about going the furthest, the longest, the fastest. But I think adventures are about engaging with that 7-year-old within you and out of breath and just like having fun, having wild fun. And who can't have fun on a pogo stick?
Well, why Togo? What is that? Just because of the rhyme?
Just because it rhymed. Yeah. It was just that idea. And I just loved the beauty of that and the silliness.
Yeah. I mean, there'll be people watching at home who will say, that's great. It's a really good idea. But actually, I've got to pay the mortgage. I've got a family to feed and all that sort of stuff. I can't adventure.
Yeah. I mean, adventure is kind of a broad term. Like, you can have an adventure for 10 minutes. Just do something that's slightly out of your comfort zone, whether that is singing, pottery, whatever.
Yeah, and you're helping other people, aren't you? You've got a grant. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, this is, I release a grant on Blue Monday in January every year, and it's £2,000. You can apply to have your adventure, funded. And the people that won it last year are a mother and son. They walked the coastline of Britain. You don't have to be a seasoned adventurer. In fact, it's beneficial not to be a seasoned adventurer. This is trying to give people that first opportunity. That I cycled from London to India as the first adventure that I ever did. And that set me on footing to a life that now I've raised millions of pounds for charity and, created communities all over the world. And I just want to give people this opportunity.
That's great. So you're doing it and you're putting something back by helping other people do it.
Exactly.
How could I apply if I wanted to?
Yes, so you go to my website, dannybent.com, and everything's there.
Yeah. Is there something about the achievement? I mean, you said you cycled to India. You've pogoed across Togo. That feeling of achieving that must be the thing that really makes you feel happy.
Well, I mean, that kind of is that, but the beauty is in the journey, the meeting the people, the having the experiences, getting to experience cultures that you've never experienced otherwise. And then when you get there, sometimes it's a little bit of a letdown because it's all over.
Yeah. What would your take home be for someone who's sitting at the sofa watching this at home and thinking, I feel a little bit anxious. Maybe this happiness thing is for me. What could they do to just sort of light that fire? What's the spark?
I mean, I think the really important thing is just to go for it. Like, I try absolutely everything. I sing on a Wednesday. I'm an awful singer. I make pottery. Oh. This is a mug I made. It's not bad.
It's very good. So it's a case of you're not into pottery normally, but you just thought, I'm going to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Just go out there, try different things, and some of them are going to stick. And my dad said to me when I was 7 years old, I'm ADHD, dyslexic, and he said, don't worry about what any of the other kids are doing. Just be the best version of yourself. And that's just what I'm trying to do.
Yeah. Are you happy?
Yeah. I was voted one of the 100 happiest people in the UK. It's amazing.
And what have you got coming up then?
So I've just released my podcast, When Riding Tigers. That's about, I'm speaking to adventurers and people who are living adventurously. First episode is just been released. And then later in the year, we're running across Tajikistan. I'm taking about 25 people running from Afghanistan to Kyrgyzstan, just because it's an amazing part of the world to be in.
Yeah. And I've noticed you put a pogo stick right by my feet. That means I have to pogo, does it?
That is, yes, I think you're going to be very, very good at it.
My God, I didn't even know which way around it is. So, Holly, I've worked out that pogo rhymes with studio, so I'm going to have to pogo back to the studio. If my home rhymed with pogo, then I'd be going home, but I'm coming back to the studio. See you in a minute, Holly, hopefully. So what do? Just bounce?
Bounce, give it a go.
Oh gosh. Oh, gosh.